Jihad is hard at work. Using her own camera, she films and reports protests and everyday happenings in the West Bank, and then posts the videos on social media platforms such as Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube and Facebook, on which she has more than 270,000 followers. She's here in South Africa and in studio with us. Thanks so much for your time on SABC News. Talk to us about why you're here.
I'm here with our new organization named Shamsan, that we're trying to make platforms for Palestinian children to send their message for other people around the world. And I came here for a speaking tour to speak more about our issue as children living under occupation. I came here also to learn about the history of South Africa. That is a really great history that can help us as Palestinians in the future.
What would you say the issues that you are trying to highlight during this trip are?
Our lives living under occupation is mostly, each one of them is a really big issue. Like, for example, seeing people that you love getting killed in front of you, children prisoners, people who are just getting killed, children who are getting killed for no reason, for being Palestinians. Like, for example, when you're 12 in the Israeli law, that means you're not a child anymore. They can interrogate you, arrest you, treat you like an adult, or maybe they can treat you as a criminal. So each point of our lives living under occupation is a whole big issue because of us living under occupation.
And you use your social media to share stories that you would like people to see. Yeah. Is that why you decided that you want to become a journalist? I became a journalist when I was 7 years old, when I saw that there is not enough journalists to cover things that happens in Palestine or in Nabi Saleh in general in my village. Like when my friend Mustafa had been killed, my uncle Rishti had been killed, a lot of things started to happen, and the world didn't know about our feelings as children living under occupation. So I wanted to cover the things that happens with us as Palestinians living under occupation, to try to send that message that really has to be sent, to let the world know that we just want to live in peace, want to live in justice, want to live in equality. Because it's enough of war, it's enough of killing, it's enough of seeing people that we love, seeing their blood on the street. Mm-hmm. Living in an environment like you've described and deciding to take this on for yourself, what do you do to try and escape this, or trying to deal with the reality that you're facing?
I didn't understand that.
What do you do to try and escape what sounds like an onslaught, and living in a place with lots of difficulty? You've mentioned that your family is dying and you almost feel trapped. So what do you do to deal with the circumstances around you?
Like, first thing, occupation is occupation, so they can do anything. Dealing with occupation is really super hard, because from raids to attacks to clashes that happens every day, from checkpoints that even when I'm trying to go to my school that is only 25 minutes far from my house, because of those checkpoints I have to go on a way that is 3 hours to go to my school. So dealing with that occupation is hard, but we as Palestinians living under occupation, we have to control our fears and don't let our fears control us, because if our fears controlled us, we're not gonna live, we're not gonna know what does life mean. And smiling is the best kind of resistance, the strongest resistance we can make. So it became normal to hear gas canisters just bombing near your window when you're studying, when you're drawing, when you're playing, when you're doing whatever. Just because before about a month, I woke up seeing my 19 years old cousin and friend getting killed near my room's window, and it was terrible. Mm-hmm. So it's really hard to deal with that occupation.
Thanks so much for your time on SABC News. Janna Jihad joining us there in studio.